Hello, we are the Salon Sleuths. My name is Melissa.
And my name is Leslie.
And we are two women from the Pacific Northwest. We are both curious about paranormals, spirit guides, ghosts, past lives.
We are suspicious about true crime, disappearances, and strange phenomenons. We are open to learning about the supernatural and all things we don't understand.
Together, we're opinionated with a splash of smartass. Join us to learn. And stay curious, stay suspicious, and stay open.
Follow Salon Sleuths on all major podcast platforms.
All being recorded. You'll need to hit continue. And Suzanne doesn't know who's on the call, and we'll log her in and we'll introduce her, and then she will just need your first name and your date of birth. She doesn't actually even need your year. She just needs your month and your date. And then she may ask a clarifying question or two. But then you're free to answer your question or ask your question. Excuse me. I'm hearing Leslie in the background.
She's just going over the rules right now.
Okay.
And
does anybody?
Hi, Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hello.
My welcome, Suzanne Jauchius. Everybody, This is our glorious Suzanne Jauchius, and she is an author. She's a professional intuitive, a consultant, psychic, radio personality, author, which I already said, and speaker. And her book is called You Know Your Way Home. And her website is suzannejauchius.com. So if after today's podcast, you want to reach out and have a private reading with her, she does do in person. I'm not sure with COVID. Suzanne, are you back to doing in person yet?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing in person.
Okay, great. That's the best way to come see her. But if you're obviously around the country or in some other time zone, she does do them over a phone call as well. Correct, Suzanne?
Yes, I do a phone. I don't do Zoom, but I do a phone reading with a photograph of you. I work with a photograph.
Great. Well, clients come to her from all over the world for clarity and perspective in tackling their daily issues and their lives. And a really cute YouTube video that we always talk about is Waz and the Witch. If you want to see.
So good.
Yeah, it is good. And if you want to see kind of what she looks like and all of that. But today's episode, we just get to talk with her. You guys get to ask some questions, and she has no idea who's on the call, nor do I. So she's really just going from your name and the month and the date of your birthday. And Suzanne, do you want to talk about what you do and how you do it?
Well, if you were sitting here with me in my reading room, I do psychometry. So I would hold an object of yours, watch, a ring, car keys, whatever you want me to hold, it's just yours. And then I close my eyes and I start seeing pictures. The pictures come to me like I'm watching a dream for you. So I go with the pictures till they slow down or stop. Then I open it to your questions. And at that time, when you talk, I see pictures that come in around your words. And that's what we're going to do today. When you give me your first name and birthday and a question, I'm going to start seeing pictures as you talk. And I've done that ever since I was a kid. I thought everybody listened like that. When people would talk, I see these pictures around them. So I open to that in the reading. And that's kind of how it goes.
And Suzanne, I've been to you personally on a one-on-one basis. And when you are holding that object and you're getting these images, you are telling the person these images. How does that, I guess, I know you see pictures, but how does the picture, because you just nailed me spot on, like my personality and all of that. Like how does that, I mean, you're getting a picture of what to know that I'm, an artist?
Yeah,
like
it's a little bit hard to define exactly how the pictures turn into words for me, but I've done it for so many years. I've learned what the different pictures mean to me as a reader, and I just kind of go, okay, well, this and this and this, and it just, it seems to work. So how it goes from picture to words is practice. I've done, like 30 years in the room I'm sitting in right now, in my home office. I've done 30 years of professional readings. So, you get to know yourself, and I call it my psychic landscape. Mine's different than yours, but I've learned to traverse that landscape for other people, and so I guess that's the best way to say it.
And do you ever, I didn't plan on asking this, but I do have a follow-up question. Do you ever get things of someone else's, or like if you went to the Goodwill and you got somebody else's shirt or something, do you get like vibes from these things?
Yeah. So I don't buy secondhand anything. It can be very traumatic for me. So, and I've got stories about that one, but it's, I'm that sensitive.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, let's have our first caller, Leslie.
Yes. So one of them is just a phone number. I'm not even sure who that is.
The 1650. Is that the one? Okay.
Let's that person go first, if they want.
You can take yourself off mute.
There you are.
Yes, this is Dennis, and birthday.
And I'm sorry, I didn't hear your first name.
Dennis.
Dennis?
Yes, correct. Correct.
What is your question today?
Mostly if you see anything health-wise in my future.
In terms of your health?
Yes.
Okay. Well, may I ask how old you are?
I am 62.
Okay. All right. Well, the picture that shows up, I see you holding your chest, and I'm wondering if you have hypertension, anxiety, heart or lung issues. Breathing seems to be maybe, vulnerable. That area seems to be vulnerable. Have you had any issues in those areas?
No.
Okay.
Actually, it described my father.
Oh, I described your father. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Sometimes the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So those might be, areas that you need to, and that all this in terms of taking really good care of your circulatory system. The other thing that I get is I'm wondering if you have done something to one of your legs. I can see you limping, and I'm wondering if there's a knee or hip or ankle issue around you. Anything like that?
Yes, I had a knee injury, but I went through a repair procedure, and it's on the mend. But yes, that happened a couple years ago.
Yeah. So is there something that's been diagnosed that you're concerned about?
No. I have a propensity for certain illnesses, diabetes specifically.
I see. Okay. Well, the only thing I could pick up on were those two things. So,
Okay.
Circulatory feels really important. If you can do aerobics 3 times a week, something where you really keep that blood moving, feels very significant in your overall good health.
Great. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, Dennis. That was a good question. Our next one, Leslie, should we do Karen or the cute little collie?
Let's do the little collie.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Diane, and my birth date is...
Diane, what's your question today?
I'm interested to know where you see me living in 5 years.
Location and time are really hard for me to see. I got to be honest. You live in Portland now?
In the area, yeah.
In the area, okay. And you kind of want to know in the next 5 years.
I'm thinking of leaving the country.
Wow, that's big. Well, it's funny. I can see you going south and east. So, are you thinking of going to like Ireland or Great Britain?
Those two are not ruled out.
Okay.
Definitely thinking of somewhere in Europe if it happens. And it happening wouldn't necessarily be a great thing. So I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah, that stuff's hard for me to see, especially 5 years from now. I
Sure.
tend to see things more current, and I'll just see pictures of like landscape and that sort of thing. But let me ask you: do you happen to be from like Arizona or New Mexico or Colorado?
No, I'm not.
Okay, because that area really pulls you, and you may find yourself heading to one of those states. I know it's not out of the country. But there could be something that would take you literally south and east.
Interesting.
But then, when you go out of the country, and then I bumped over to like the British Isles, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, all that showed up. So have you ever visited there?
I have, and I love it. And I am of serious Irish descent. So yeah.
Well, there you go. So am I. I was born in Murphy.
All right.
So, so I'm kind of leaning towards that. I don't know that if you make a decision to move out of the country, it could very well be there.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
You'd have easy access to Europe from there.
Yes.
Kind of the best of both worlds.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And is that your dog, your collie?
It is.
A girl or a boy, and the name?
It's a boy, and he's a Shetland sheepdog, so it's the small version. And his name is Finn.
Finn. Oh, that's a nice name. My neighbor used to show those when I was young. My best friend and neighbor, she used to show those little Shetland sheepdog, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Well, I can't see the collie you're talking about, but it's kind of got an Irish name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for that question. So let's go to Karen. You take yourself off mute.
Hey, hello.
Everybody else can put themselves on mute, please.
Hello. So my name is Karen, and my birthday is.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to ask about my daughter. Do you need her birthday?
Birth name and birthday. Okay. So does she live? Does she live here?
Yes, she does.
Is there anything she does for work that would have her leaving the state or traveling a lot?
Well, she's unemployed right now.
Okay. So I can see her in marketing, communications, public relations, event planning and organizing. All that stuff would be great for her. But there could be something come up for her that would take her either out of state or traveling a lot with work. What is her training?
She does have a degree from Oregon State in fashion merchandising, but she's done a lot of human resources lately.
Okay. Well, she could get hired by a company out of state. That's what just keeps coming up is, she's not here. She's somewhere else. So
interesting.
I don't know. That doesn't make us moms very happy. But
no.
Yeah. But I'd sure like to see her get more, HR can be kind of boring for her. And so marketing, her degree, fashion merchandising, sales, all of that really suits her. I think she really likes dealing with people and helping people. She likes helping people make decisions.
She does.
She's probably really good in HR in the sense of helping people see what their options are and stuff. But honestly, I think she's a little burnt out on that. So I kind of like to see her steer a little bit more towards sales and marketing. But good luck.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you want to ask a quick question about yourself, Karen?
Well, I would actually, if you don't mind. I have had COVID already, and I'm just wondering if Suzanne can see anything health-wise for the long haul.
Karen, can you give her your birth date?
Yeah, I kind of got to tell you, I think you're done with that, and I don't see any like repercussions from it. So,
Oh, good. Okay. Yay.
I think you're good. I think you're good. You know what's interesting, and always cracks me up with Scorpio people, is you guys are ruled by death and rebirth. And so a lot of Scorpio people take themselves to death's door to go,
Yeah.
oh, I get it. I don't have to do that. So then they go through,
So
the
true.
reverse, you know. They come away from the door, you know, step back from the door, and they feel born again.
Yes, definitely. Okay, good.
Typical Scorpio, yeah. And I'm not an astrologer, and I just know enough to be really dangerous. So,
I was going to say, are you into astrology, Suzanne?
oh no.
Well, good. Karen, I'm glad you're okay. And I'm glad you came up back out on the other side. And I'm glad Suzanne says you're going to be just fine.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, that is awesome. Well, tell your daughter that next time Suzanne will be on in 4 more months, if she wants to ask Suzanne a question, or if she wants to talk via phone or in person to Suzanne also, maybe your daughter would be interested.
Oh, I'm sure she would. We're neighbors of Suzanne's here in West Lynn, so I'm sure she would love to meet with her.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Leslie, I was just going to ask you if I could do a quick pitch for something I'm going to do this week. Karen, have you heard about the talk I'm doing?
Yes, over at the Ale House, right?
Yeah. So maybe I'll see you there.
Definitely.
And introduce yourself.
Okay.
Suzanne, can you tell all of the listeners?
All of us.
Okay. So Thursday, this Thursday, the 8th, at 6 o'clock at night, I'm giving a talk at the Willamette Ale and Cider House here in West Lynn. And it's going to be a great venue because it's an outside. They've got a tent outside and they've got a stage, and you know it'll be just a beautiful venue. It faces the beautiful koi pond that they have there, and it's free. I do believe the sponsors are providing some snacks, but I also think they serve. Yeah, they still serve wine and beer and all that stuff. So, but nevertheless, it's going to be a fun talk. I'll find a topic to talk about. There's so many, and then at the end, I always do spot readings for the audience, which just is really exciting.
Very cool.
Ooh, I think I'm coming. I'm looking at my schedule.
Well, you should.
Mm-hmm.
Karen, I don't know what you look like, but wave at me if you see me.
Okay, I will.
Because I'm over in Tualatin, and so not far away from you either.
And I believe I know your mother-in-law, right?
Yes, they work together.
Yeah,
Wait, my
Marilyn.
mother-in-law?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe I drag her along.
We had people signed up today, but these are the only 3 that have logged in. Do you mind if I asked you a question about my daughter?
Okay.
So I know that you have a hard time with location. So next year she'll be going off to college. And I just want to know if you can see where or what she might be, what would be her calling if you
What's
can.
her first name? And so is she going this fall or the following?
The following. She has one more year of high school. Yeah.
Okay. I kind of feel her staying here in Oregon. Is she wanting to go to U of O?
Well, it's funny is I keep saying I want her to apply to some big colleges, but I always finish it by saying she'll probably end up at U of O.
Well,
so I always say that.
Going there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But she would also be really good in marketing and PR. But what's interesting is I could see her having an interest in like psychology. I want to say health and wellness, but more specifically mental health and wellness. So she might have a pull towards psychology, or even some kind of social work.
That's really funny. She does want to study psychology and with a twist of nutrition. That's kind of what she's
Okay.
been talking about.
Okay.
Like she wants to like the heal from the inside, to the
Yeah.
mind to everything, not just
Yeah.
yeah.
Mind, body. Yep. So that's what I get.
Okay.
And so she may, do a little marketing and and of course, marketing would be great if she's going to market herself someday.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you.
yeah.
That goes right. That
So
follows right with her. Yeah. I really
you
wanted her to go to college, like somewhere fun and, but I also don't care if she's in anywhere actually, but closer the
Yeah.
better.
Well,
Yeah.
I kind of see her staying in Oregon. but-
Okay.
Well, and if I do say so myself, as a former Duck, there ain't nothing wrong with the U of O, and she will have a good time.
Yes.
And it's a good time, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Good
Well,
for her.
Suzanne, do you want to tell people one last time how to get a hold of you if they want to reach you for a full reading?
Yeah. So SuzanneJauchius.com, SuzanneJauchius.com is where you can schedule a reading. You can also call my office landline at 503-655-2631.
And Suzanne, remind me, but I know I'm kind of talking off the cuff because I didn't plan on saying this, but aren't there two different kinds of readings you have too? Or do you just have one base reading? Wasn't there a longer one and a shorter one, as I recall?
No.
Okay.
No. 45
Okay.
minutes to an hour.
Okay.
I charge $150, and that's a flat fee. I don't do 15 minutes for $50 or something. It's a flat fee, $150, and that's 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. Good. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming on this holiday, July 5th. And we so appreciate it. We know it's hard to get away, but we really appreciate you coming. And Suzanne, always a pleasure to have you on our show. And we want to remind you to stay curious, stay suspicious, and stay open.